Apple moved the Touch ID fingerprint sensor to the power button at the top. So it's up here now. There's no more button down here, which is great. And like I said earlier, I think watching that, seeing that happen during the live event made me automatically think this is something that they're going to include in the upcoming iPhone. Maybe not the iPhone 12 because they're still going to use Face ID. Like, in my honest opinion, the best way to do it would be to just combine and put Face ID and Touch ID together, but I'm sure Apple's not going to do that. They could surprise me though. But I could see this implementation happening in the next iteration of the iPhone SE, whatever that iteration is going to be. I think, yes, Touch ID is great, but it needed to get moved. They probably weren't going to put it in the rear because maybe they didn't want to do it a la Pixel style. But to see this happen on the iPad Pro or the iPad Air and have them put it on the top button here makes me think that for the new iPhone, not the new, but like the iPhone SE, they'll probably put it on the side here. I guess that's what I'm thinking is how they're going to do it. And I think this is the beginning of the end of Touch ID on the front of the display. I can almost guarantee you that the next iteration of the iPhone SE will not have Touch ID on the front. It'll be now on the power button or top. Well, it won't be on the top button. That's the iPad, but it'll be on the power button, probably on the side for the next iPhone SE. In a fantasy world, in a world where everything was perfect, the new iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro would also have Touch ID on the power button on the side, but they're not going to do that. It'll have Face ID and only Face ID, I'm sure.